It's Wednesday, December 4th, 2024. Thanks for joining me today. I just want to roll right into this video today. We have a lot to talk about. Feel free to comment down below on any of this stuff. I want to start with this first article coming from Fox Business. I read this last night and I just cannot believe it's true, but it's all over the internet. You already know about this probably. Biden pledges $1 billion in aid to Africa as North Carolina residents continue to struggle after Helene. Now, let's not forget, just a couple days ago, he agreed to release another $725 million to Ukraine. Now, we have $1 billion in aid going to Africa. What about the aid that should be going to North Carolina? What about these people who are living in tents? Americans, we have veterans, we have families. They're not getting enough food. Temperatures are getting very, very cold. These people are freezing, and they're just not getting the help. This is an absolute insult to America. This is a slap in the face. This, again, you know, I don't get political, but it doesn't matter if you're right, left, in the middle. There is a right, there is a wrong, and this is completely wrong, and this is a disgrace to the American people. This is a slap in the face to the American people. I just cannot believe the damage that they're trying to do to this country and to the American people. People are beyond struggling in North Carolina. They're in big trouble. They are freezing. And yet we have $1 billion, a bankrupt nation. We have $1 billion to just send over to Africa now. Unbelievable what is going on. Please comment down below. If you think that this is okay, I think there's something wrong with you. If you believe it is okay to send $725 million more to Ukraine, and another $1 billion to Africa, yet these people in North Carolina are beyond struggling. This is an absolute abomination to the people of the United States of America. Now, I woke up this morning and I'm watching this news on the United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson, fatally shot in New York in targeted attack. So some dude rode up on a bicycle with a hoodie on and a backpack and a silencer and took this guy out. Another one here, United Healthcare CEO fatally shot outside Manhattan Hotel in targeted attack, suspect at large. And they have some video footage of him at a Starbucks before he committed this crime. He's at a Starbucks getting a coffee, going on with his day. Now, on the flip side, in New York, we have the Daniel Penny trial. You know, the gentleman who choked somebody out on a subway, I don't know, what was it, a year, 2 years ago? I can't keep up with this stuff. But apparently the person that was causing the ruckus on the subway, who he choked out, lost their life. And so now the Good Samaritan, Daniel Penny, is fighting for his life in a New York courtroom. And it's really, really a shame because I don't think that Daniel Penny woke up that day and said, I'm going to go out and, you know, take somebody's life. People said that they feared for their life because of this deranged maniac, threatening people, acting crazy. And Daniel Penny was the one Good Samaritan that stood up for the women and the children and the elderly. And unfortunately, somebody lost their life. But did he really mean to do that? Was he protecting people? I think he was, without a doubt. And now this guy is fighting for his life. And, you know, I bring this up because when people see what is happening to people like Daniel Penny, a Good Samaritan, people don't want to be a Good Samaritan. So, you know, when your wife is out, or your mother, your grandma, your daughters, and you need a good, solid, Good Samaritan man to step up and to make sure that if you're not there, somebody is protecting your family, like Daniel Penny, they're just not going to do it because of this. And so you have to realize that you and everybody in your family now are pretty much on their own. And that's pretty much how it's been, because most of the time there are no Good Samaritans. Nobody is going to get involved. Most people will just take their phone and film the crime that is taking place. So, you know, if your wife or grandmother or mother's being assaulted, nobody's going to step up. They're just going to film it and put it on social media. So it's another reinforcement that you should be training, you should be adding skills. Your kids, your daughters, your sons, everybody in your household should be training and adding skills that they can protect themselves or at least get away. So remember that, because you're going to see less people wanting to get involved now because of this. Another one, United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was facing Department of Justice probe. So it's going to be interesting. I would assume they're going to catch this guy because there's so many cameras. I mean, you run a red light, they're going to get you in New York, right? There's cameras everywhere. So I would assume they're going to get this guy. It's a matter of time. The question is, why was this guy targeted and taken out? And what's up with the Department of Justice probe? I believe it was insider trading that he was being investigated for. Who knows what was happening in his private life? You just don't know. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. Here's another one from The Hedge today. Why more middle-income Americans are struggling to save money. Is it really that hard to figure out? Stagnant wages. Are you getting a big wage increase at work? Are you getting a raise at work? Probably not. Are you seeing prices of literally everything continuing to go up, like gas, groceries, utilities? Gas have come down a little bit, but when you go to the grocery store, I don't see a lot coming down. When you hire somebody for a service, call a plumber and tell me prices have come down. Go get your car repaired and tell me prices have come down. Go pay your health insurance or your auto insurance and tell me prices have come down. But all this stuff's been going up since 2021, and it is persisting to this day. So much for transitory. Remember, they told us, Jerome Powell said, don't worry, it's transitory. Healthcare and housing have also been huge factors. And so we're going to continue to see the food lines get longer. We're going to continue to see people unable to save money and fall further and further behind, relying solely on credit cards to survive. Wages are stagnant and prices are going up. And I believe this is going to continue to go on for a while. And so, I hope that you're not one of these people that is going to go out and go absolutely crazy with holiday shopping. In some areas, I see people going absolutely crazy. They can't spend the money fast enough on their credit cards. And in some areas, you see it really, really tightening up. ADP employment disappoints. U.S. manufacturing sees biggest job losses since June of 2023. If we look at the private sector here, we added 148,000 jobs in November. Less than expected. We lost 26,000 manufacturing jobs. And we cannot afford to lose one because we have lost so many manufacturing jobs in the last 30, 40 years. It's a complete travesty. And it has really changed the fabric of this nation, because we're not a nation that produces and manufactures things. We're a economy of consumption. And we're not making and manufacturing, and that's a big problem, and it's been a big problem. And this is why people just cannot keep up, because we don't have these good, well-paying manufacturing jobs. We ship them overseas, and I don't think they're coming back anytime soon. Hopefully, we'll begin to see some changes in 2025, but I'm not holding my breath. October. That 223,000 jobs that we added, well, that was revised down to 184,000. So that's about, a difference of about 40,000? A difference of 40,000 jobs. Education and health added 50,000 jobs for November. And this is just more government jobs. Most of the jobs in healthcare and education are government jobs that we're paying for. Why are your taxes going up? Because we have to add these government jobs. So your taxes go up more, and they're really not producing anything. So we're not really seeing good jobs here. Leisure and hospitality softened up. And you would think that in November we would be adding jobs for the holidays. All these part-time jobs, we're not seeing that. It's very interesting. Foot Locker plunges on softened sneaker demand. So apparently people are not buying $300 and $400 Nikes like they used to. Their stock today was down 8.9%. Year to date, Foot Locker is down 29%. That is huge. They slashed their full year guidance. Consumer spending is definitely softening, even though you can go to some malls. We went by the outlet last week, and it was crazy busy. But and we're told that, you know, people are going to spend more money this holiday season than last, and people just basically cannot control themselves. As long as they have a credit card or a buy now pay later plan, they're going to spend money. But apparently they're not spending at Foot Locker. They're not buying, you know, $300, $400, $500 Nikes. That is for sure. Cargill to lay off thousands of workers amid falling commodity prices. So all this news coming out, and it's not very good. Yet Dow Jones all-time high. Markets all-time highs, gold going up, silver going up, Bitcoin going up. It's all going up. Cargill, largest private company in America, they're going to cut 8,000 jobs globally as it is pressure to lower commodity prices. Companies are trimming the fat, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to have to get extremely competitive, and it's all about the margins. And if those margins are threatened just a little bit, they're going to cut thousands of jobs, and this is what we're seeing happen. It's all about the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen. It's about the shareholders. It's about the margins, and if they have to get rid of 8,000 people, then that's what they're going to do, and it's not over. They could get rid of more. So we're going to see, I think, mass layoffs in 2025. Wells Fargo is selling its San Francisco headquarters building. This on The Hedge today. San Francisco, as you probably already know, is ground zero for the commercial real estate implosion. Get this, 37% of the buildings in San Francisco in the third quarter were vacant. Vacant. And we're going to see a lot more vacant real estate in downtown San Francisco. And the good news is, according to this article, they were saying that, you know, now they can put tens of thousands of crackheads in this building. And they can house tens of thousands of crackheads and homeless people right here in this building. But they're probably not going to do that. Really, I mean, when you really look back at how beautiful San Francisco was, it is just a shame what has taken place. You look at some of these beautiful cities, especially San Francisco, and what it looks like today. It is just a shell of what it once was. It's so sad. It really is. I bet people that lived there for many, many years who probably had to escape, when they go back there and see it, it probably brings a tear to their eye to just, you know, think about the glory days of how beautiful it was, you know, a couple decades ago, and to where it is today. Really, really sad. Student loan borrowers may find bankruptcy harder under Trump. This is on CNBC today. The Biden administration's more lenient policy towards student loan borrowers in bankruptcy court may come to an end with the election of Trump. We're going to see a tightening approach of the relief. And I believe that is good news, because I don't know about you. Please comment down below. Do you really think that you should be on the hook for these people who signed on the dotted line, who agreed to pay this money back? They were more than happy to take it. They were more than happy to go to college and party and get a liberal arts degree or a degree in, you know, whatever, sewing, whatever their degrees in. There's so many degrees, it'd make your head spin. But whatever they got a degree in, they were more than happy to go get it, party, and now they don't want to pay it back. And we're told about all these jobs that are out there. We're told about how good the economy is. Why could these people over the last 3 or 4 years not go out and get a couple side hustles, 2 or 3 part-time jobs, and start paying this back? Why is it your obligation or my obligation to pay this debt back that these people signed on the dotted line to, obligated themselves to, shook the hand of the lender and said, I'm going to pay this back? Why is it our obligation to pay this back? This needs to end immediately, and they should tighten this relief up. This is not my responsibility. It's not your responsibility. We have enough bills to pay. Why are we paying somebody else's bills? So let me know your thoughts on that. I'm glad that they're going to tighten up on that. Total grid collapse strikes Cuba again. This morning, Cuba in complete blackout yet again. And this is why we should never let communists run the United States of America or take over the United States of America, because in many communist countries, this happens. Now, maybe it was done purposely. Maybe it wasn't, but it just seems that communist countries don't flourish like the United States of America. And look, things aren't great here. I understand that. We've lost a lot of business. We've lost freedom. We're no doubt overtaxed. There's too many cameras everywhere. They're watching you. They're listening to you. I get it. We've lost a lot. But at least maybe there's a chance we can turn some of this around. But I can tell you right now, I would rather live here than any place on planet Earth, right here. Communism is a destroyer. And when you look at communist countries, this is quite common. And again, maybe it was done on purpose. I don't know. But these countries can't even keep their lights on. At least we're still able to do that. Yes, we've had some issues with phone companies. We've had cyber attacks. We've had some of our own grid issues. But not to the extent the entire country has a blackout. And I pray to God that never happens here, because if it does, I hope you're prepared. I hope you're trained. I hope you have skills. I hope you have food and water and security and all that, because it'll be another world. But let's pray to God that we never, ever see that. But let's pray to God also that we never turn into a communist country, because that is the end of it for any country. Your freedom is gone. You think if you just want to go somewhere at 2 o'clock in the morning, you think you can just do that in a communist country? You think you can just leave a communist country and go take a vacation somewhere? It doesn't work like that. So thank God we're here in America. Thank God that maybe we can turn this around or slow the bleeding down a little bit. I don't know what's in store for 2025. I really don't. I don't have a crystal ball. But this country is the best country on planet Earth. It's worth saving. For the people that are going to write me and disagree with it, please move immediately. Go to Cuba, go to China, go anywhere you want. Have at it. I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to continue to do what I can to wake people up so that we don't lose this beautiful country where there's been more opportunity here than any other place on planet Earth. Yes, we've lost a lot of it. Look at the manufacturing numbers. Yes, opportunity is disappearing. But maybe we should continue to stay in the fight, put some skin in the game, continue to wake people up, continue to vote, continue to do what we can do to make a little bit of a difference. That's just my opinion. And maybe that's a fairy tale. Maybe it's just an illusion. But I'm hoping, I'm praying for change in 2025. There is no perfect place that you can move to. There is no perfect country. We look at the lawfare that is going on here right now. We look at the weaponization of the US dollar. There are some really bad things happening, without a doubt. But there's also some really good things happening too. So let's stay positive with that. Let's continue to pray for this country. Let's continue to pray for our leaders, especially the new administration that is coming in. Let's pray to God we avoid a world war. So much happening, ladies and gentlemen. We're living in really crazy times. And I do believe 2025 is going to be a barn burner. So be prepared. Don't be complacent. Be prepared for anything. We are very vulnerable as a nation. I think the stock market is so frothy, so overheated right now. Expect something. Anything could happen. We got a lot of unsavory people, nefarious people just walking around in this country. We have no idea who they are, where they're from. We have no idea what their intentions are. It just takes one incident and your life changes instantly. Our life changes instantly. So be walking close to God, be training, be preparing. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe. And as always, I look forward to speaking with each and every one of you. Have a great day, evening, wherever you're at. Talk to all of you very, very soon.